Alright everyone, it's time for another garden update. This bed has been cow shitted. It took 8 bags of cow shit to complete that, and as you can see, the mulch is now all the way down to here. I dumped 6 more bags over the last couple of days on it. I expanded this little area outward. I did decide to do that. That took a bag all to itself because I wanted it really deep and everything. And you might hear some wind interference at the moment. I plowed this all in, so this is done. That's actually done now too, and this one. This is looking actually really good. That soil is like perfect yet again. I've got all these stakes and shit lined up. I think what I'm going to do is have a row of cucumbers in the back. Now that I can fully access them, I'll have some cucumbers back there. And in the middle, I don't know. Maybe I'll have the cucumbers on the opposite side. They were on that other end the last year. That's not great. This still needs work. Still needs to be sort of plowed through. There are a few weeds, but most of it's just chamomile though, and some catnip, you know. But that doesn't really matter. I leave that in. Maybe I'll move it. Maybe I won't. That needs probably 4 bags, I would guess, to fully improve it, because some of that on this end it actually hadn't been dug before. I did that in the fall, so it does need a little bit more biomass added, but when it's done it'll look like this, nice and clumpy and dark. Same with this. So basically what I've got left, oh yeah, I also put 3.5 bags of cow shit in here, so this is all done too. And you can see it looks a lot nicer. It's supposed to rain later, which is actually perfect because I've gotten all this work done. So now the rain can come and sort of wash that in. These two still have to be plowed in, obviously. And then this one needs cow shit to be plowed. And then that bed, these two need to be plowed, and you know, that one still needs poo on it. But the mulching now is 90% done, so that's good. And with 4 of the beds done, this entire side of the garden, you know, improved and then plowed in, it's going to be some good stuff. Oh yeah, I should probably show you this side too. You can see there's still, you know, problems here. Things need to be cleared out. Let's check on these perennials. We've got chamomile everywhere, and in the back there are lilies, iris, little bushes that have the pink flowers that I don't know the name of. There's some catnip here, and the compost after it rains probably tonight, we're going to get a nice long steady warm rain. I'll probably chop that all up and mix it in. Then in another week, you know, before I do the spring planting, I'll be able to bring that all out once it's rotted into this area, which wasn't improved. The rest of this was already improved. There was already so much compost here, I simply plowed it all in. God, there's about a foot of improved soil around here, especially on the ends where I actually dug out and bordered it. But I mean, this looks amazing compared to what it used to. It's all cleared out. It may look a little sallow right now. Once it gets rained on, once it gets plowed, you'll see that biomass come right to the surface. Everything else, though, is amazing. I've got to get a couple more fence posts, because some of them, when the shed tipped over, it skewered itself on some of those posts, and so it got ruined. The posts got bent, but they won in the end and ripped the roof right off of that thing, so I was happy about that. My little minions won the battle. The big battle with the windy shed. Everything's perfect here, and this is easily the nicest garden that I've constructed. It's much more efficient. It looks way better. Weeding will be a breeze. It's got twice as much biomass in it as it did last year anyway. And you can see, like, some of this, you can see these little bits of charcoal sort of pool up on the surface. This is all improved soil. It's actually got charcoal and stuff in it. And you can actually use that sort of in place of garden clay anyway. That's why this bed here is so good. That's why it's so fertile. It drains so easily. Things get massive on it even if you kind of neglect them. It's because it's got terra preta. It's been built up. It's got carbon in it. That helps. It sort of rots all that organic material down extra fast. Just deposits those nutrients right where the roots can get at them. And it's literally perfect. As far as these beds, though, these don't have like terra preta. These 4 here, that's just cow shit. So actually I'll get to test sort of, you know, full cow shit application versus terra preta and a little less cow shit and see what wins out. I'm still betting on the terra preta because its soil structure is so amazing. You can see all the chamomile, though. Once it rains, there's actually a divot there. Once it rains, I'm going to take the larger chamomile plants and transplant them. And I'm thinking I'm going to do what I was planning originally, which is turn this entire bed, which is sort of the only bed here that's in the middle of anything, so to speak. I'm going to turn this into a massive chamomile tea garden, along with some of the perennials that are coming up. You know, there is chamomile actually already in here, but there's a poppy plant still. I'm going to leave that alone. Those don't transplant so well, especially this time of year. And then there are some other little perennials. I'm going to leave those in there, and the rest will be, you know, probably 30 or so chamomile plants. They can compete with one another without being small, because they don't really, chamomile, it improves everything it's near, more or less. I might even leave a few plants in all of these beds that have them, just to, it's sort of, I think the volatile oils in the actual flowers and leaves probably drive some predators away. It seems to. And of course it attracts pollinators. If you're growing squash, anything like that, you definitely want chamomile. So yeah, I get a strawberry seed in my teeth there. You know, I was eating berries earlier. I can't wait to get fresh berries, but it'll be another month before that starts greening up. And just, I mean, look at all this shit. Literal shit, cow shit. That's about all.